rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come and stretch.
What's good? It's your boys Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuell. Report with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. Hey. Busy weekend, busy weekend.
Busy weekend full of basketball.
And y'all already know before we get started, make sure y'all drop below, like, comment, subscribe, share, all of the above. Y'all already know how we doing it. Check out episode 7, because we're trying to get his money away. It's not a gimmick. It's not a bribe. Go ahead, check out episode 7. Go chase that shmoney. Go chase that shmoney. All y'all got to do is what episode 7 tell y'all to do. Make sure you go ahead and post that first up on the episode 7 or on that TikTok, because that TikTok reveal exactly how much you would make. So without further ado, go ahead and get us cracking, Teddy.
What's up? Time for that told you segment.
A lot
of basketball.
And my favorite.
I kind of want to start with my boys because,
Man, take your ass in order Friday.
All right, let's see. The Wolves and the Grizzlies. Y'all pick the Grizzlies on that mug. Yeah.
Ain't nothing to talk about on that one.
Yeah.
However, the game you running from, the Cavs versus the Warriors. The Cavs versus the Warriors. What you got to say about that, Quill? Go on and tell that sucker what you got to tell him.
Hey, stuff on the mission, bro.
That's
all I'm gonna say.
Remember, like 2 weekends ago, somebody kept bringing up Steph in this conversation.
Yeah.
And what was my response? If they were winning, this would be an entirely different
This would be a totally different conversation, bro.
Steph would be in the running for MVP, and you see why. So, I mean, we ain't even gotta,
it was a close game. It was a good game.
It was definitely a good game. I'll tell you that much. They did not disappoint. And what you seen was Curry in that fourth quarter, he stopped playing. He let them dogs out, and them dogs answered the call. And we got that. So I told you, sucker. Let's go ahead. That was the end. That was the it for Friday. Let's go ahead and get into Saturday. We got the Nets versus the Clippers.
We told you about them Nets. KD, we told you about them Nets.
Hey, who?
He on a mission too. He trying to prove something too. Let's see. We both got the Celtics. We all got the Celtics. Yeah. We was wrong on that Jazz and Wizards game. What's up? What's up with the Jazz? They lost 2 in a row.
Now we got, let me see, the Raptors and the Pacers. Me and Quail chose the Pacers. The one time you don't choose the Pacers, you wrong. You been riding with the Pacers all season. I don't know why you changed up. And you picked the Raptors, and I ride with the Raptors all the time. So the fact that I chose to go with the Pacers, you should have been paying attention, brother. Now you sitting your ass over there on that quiet seat, having to listen to me tell you. I told you. What you got on that, Quill?
Then we had talk about Siakam when he gonna be back, or was coming back, or we talked about him.
We talked about the impact of him being gone. He still got like another week at a minimum.
So we knew Siakam wasn't playing.
Yep.
Well, when Van Fleet don't play too, your 2 leaders not playing. I mean, hey, I didn't know Van Fleet wasn't gonna play. Both your top leaders not playing, you're not gonna win.
I ain't think Van Fleet
that's
made a difference in that game.
I mean, even from a leadership role, you missing your leaders.
Yeah,
hey,
that's true.
And you got 6 players scoring double digits. But that's wrong call. I mean, y'all go ahead.
Yeah, we ain't asked for all of that. All right, what we got next? Let's see. Oh, the Blazers versus the Mavs. You can have that one.
I mean, when Luka give you triple-double numbers and you got 2 people scoring dang near 20 points, I think C. Woods had 19, then when he had 20, we don't lose when those type of numbers is put up. If Luka giving you a triple-double and he got 2 people giving you 20 points, we don't lose. We rarely lose in that situation. So
Dan Witty.
Then
Witty. Fourth quarter, Dan Witty.
Sunday. Let's see. Got a lot of wrong calls for Sunday. And then Quail got the one. Told you so for Sunday. The Nuggets versus the Bulls. This your time to shine. Your solo dolo.
Hey, fully healthy, Jokic looks like a total different player than when he had to do it by himself. But it looks so much easier for him. He only shot 4 times, made all 4 baskets, 14 assists. It didn't even seem like that. He was out there hooping like he had to go do everything 22, 12, and 12. He got dogs out there with him. We feel like he just throw a little past her, throw a little past her, do a little bit here. We winning by we got this. It's cool. Like he not gonna win another MVP. But I feel like he might get where he want to get to if they keep playing good.
And what's that? Because he ain't winning the championship this year.
No, he ain't gonna beat us. But Western Conference Finals, they might can be up in there if all of them clicking. It's teams this year. You need a team this year. 1 and 2 people ain't gonna do it. Luka, you gotta. But hey, Dinwiddie, 4th quarter Dinwiddie the other night.
Hey, we had two.
Hey, I ain't gonna.
Yesterday.
Hey, 4th quarter Dinwiddie the other night. I ain't gonna stunt.
Well, then go ahead and slide into that. Let's slide into that wrong
for
call.
The told you segment. Let's get into that wrong call, like Big Brother Teddy said. We're gonna start off.
Into it.
We're gonna start off with Friday.
We're gonna start off with Friday.
Yeah, we start off with Friday. This you gonna lead the way on this one, Teddy? With the Cavs.
Them boys ball. Everybody ball. I give it to Steph. He was right. But D. Mitchell had a solid game. He played a solid game. And the Cavs been on a roll. Yeah, I was on a slump, but, Steph did his thing. Wrong call. It was a good game. It was a hell of a game. It's not even really a wrong call because that was – y'all did what y'all supposed to do. The Cavs did what they supposed to do. They just came up short.
Except your wrong call, brother.
That was just Friday. Let's go to Saturday.
All right, Saturday. All right, so me with the Clippers. I was reading reports about Kawhi looking good, in the scrimmages, and I'm thinking he finna play. So I'm like, Kawhi reunited with the Clippers. They got the dub. He didn't play. Led me to making a wrong call. Simple.
He a part-time player.
All right, so we got the wrong call with the Jazz versus the Wizards. We got the wrong call. So I'm going to start off with that one. I'm going to say the difference making in that one, the Jazz, you seen them have the issue of not having a superstar. Their highest score was 18, second highest was 17, third highest was 16. Then you go and you look at the Wizards, you get 31 from Porzingis, 23 from Kuzma right there. You know what I'm saying? You outscoring their 3. So
simple as that. Simple as that.
Got anything to add to that wrong call?
Nah, you hit it on the nail.
All right. Raptors versus Pacers. You go ahead and do that one. Like
I said earlier, if you ain't got your 2 leaders and they got 6 guys in double figures, hey, I ain't know Van Fleet wasn't gonna be playing in that game. Not to say
I'm just saying, out of all the times you had the opportunity to go against the Pacers, why would you pick this time when you know the Raptors don't have their best player?
Hey, the Raptors are hit and miss right now, just like the Pacers is hit and miss. Wrong call. It is what it is.
Me. All right, next up, we picked the Hawks over the 76ers, and we were wrong. I'm gonna let one of y'all start this one because I got some straight wrong. And I know if I release it, that's it.
That 7-footer put up 101 points in the last 2 games. That's all.
Well, I'm about to say, hey, that boy Joel Embiid, he started off the season like he was still in hibernation mode.
The season just started the other night for him.
The season started when he came back and Harden was out.
Yeah.
He said, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up.
That 7-footer put up 42 that night, then came back the next night and put up 59.
42 and 10 rebounds, but guess what? That boy had a Batman. I mean, he had a Robin, and then he had another side. He had 26 from Maxey, 21 from Harris. But then on the Hawks end, you got 27 from Trey, 23 from Murray, which is cool. And they throwing them downs, but then it drops off 15 from Hunter. So when you look at the top 3 on the 76ers, 42, 26-21, and then you look at 27, 23, 15. Hey. What you got, Teddy?
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah,
yeah.
boy.
The Hawks ain't do what they're supposed to do. Well, you
He
can't
also- he
you can't
added in
compare
It
it
ain't
with
even the
that.
Hawks ain't do what they
It's
supposed to
it
do.
be what
But
He
he
Embiid
did
did
his
stuffed in there,
thing
but
and
he
did
stuffed
that.
the whole sheet though. 6
Yeah.
assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. The next
Hey.
night, 7 blocks, 8 assists with the 11 rebounds and the 59 point. Yeah, he was on everything. On every
All right.
end, on every place, on everywhere. That's 7-footer playing ball right now. He
So,
just started
Quell,
his season.
now we got the Blazers versus the Mavs. How we end up making that wrong call, bro?
Bro, cuz Spencer Dinwiddie came alive in that fourth quarter and ran off 3 threes at the end of the game and kind of closed them boys out. And I was definitely I think the ball was gonna be in Luka's hand. And it seemed like they had enough of an answer during that third quarter to put Luka away. Jeremy Grant was going, even though D. Lil wasn't getting going, Jeremy Grant was going. Everything he threw in the goddamn air was going in the hoop. So all they needed was Lil, Simons, and everybody to keep hitting and keep going to the fourth. But goddamn, Spencer Dinwiddie came alive, bro.
I mean, if you look at it, you brought up D. Lil. He still had a game. You know, he made most of his buckets from the free throw line, 15 for 17. But he had 29.7 rebounds, 12 assists, 1 steal. So he still had a game. The thing about that was a game. That was a good game. But what did it really come down to? It came down to the bench. The Trailblazers bench gave you 18 points. The other bench, you got to play at 19 points, Christian Wood, 16 points, Hardaway, that right there. And then you get another 4. So you had, and then another 6. I mean, come on. They scored over 30, over 40 on the bench. And then you look and they got 18 on the other bench. That's the game right there. So yeah, Luka had a Luka game. We ain't gonna take away from his triple-double, but without your bench, without that bench doing what they did, you don't win that game. You don't win that game.
And
so yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie came alive,
and they control the boards a whole lot different.
Spencer Dinwiddie could have did the same thing. Luka could have did the same thing. Without that bench, they lose. So that's what led to the wrong call. That bench production. Your bench showed up that game like they were supposed to. They did what they were supposed to. All right, so we got that one. On to our Sunday games. Let's see, wrong call. The Cavs versus the Wolves. That'll be the first one for Sunday. So I'll lead that one unless you got something, Teddy.
I mean, Ja ain't play.
Yeah, I was gonna say the heavy hitters ain't play. No Ja, no Baines. But let's look at the other end. We not just gonna leave it at that. Let's give credit to the Timberwolves. D. Russell. D-Lo, 30 points, 2 rebounds, 12 assists. Cat, 29 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Rudy Gobert, 15 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Prince, 19 points off the bench. So they was balling. But we probably know no Mobley.
Secondary?
No Mobley. No Allen. No Mitchell. You know, they was balling. However, Darius Garland showed up. What did he give you? 51. It wasn't enough to win, though. It wasn't enough to win, though. So, hey, good way to ball out. But when you got the Timberwolves, like, this is how people low-key expect the Timberwolves to ball. And you read and you listen to Cat, he say it all shows up in practice, but it never shows up in the game. Hey, everything show up in practice, bro. But it's a good thing it finally showed up in the game for them. So that's what led us to making the wrong call. You know, you got the heavy hitters on that Cavs team not playing. You know, but like I said, you got 51 from Garland, then next up 15. That's a huge drop off. So next wrong call, the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies versus the Wizards. I just called myself. We had said no Ja.
Yeah, we had them mixed up, but they didn't play.
Yeah, Ja and Baines ain't play against the Wizards.
You got them two shooters, scorers that's not playing, and make the wrong call. And Wizards they balling these last couple of games.
I mean, Porzingis, he 25 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, a block. he come out
Yeah.
balling. So
Yeah, last 2 games, 2 in a
Yeah.
row.
and then
Playing
you
some
had
basketball.
so no Ja, no Bangs. That made a big difference.
Mm.
What you got to add to that, Quinn?
No Ja, no Bands. Even though they ain't got Bill, they still got Kuzma, Porzingis. They still got hoopers over there. No Ja, you just got a bunch of young cats running around really without your star, and they good without Ja,
But remember what I said at the beginning of the season. And Draymond said it too. They don't look at you the same way like they did last year.
yeah, you're not shocking nobody.
Everybody know. They know with Ja, y'all like that. They know without Ja, y'all like that. So last year when they seen y'all without Ja, they like, oh, this gonna be it's a nothing. And y'all came and y'all was do. So
what
this
was
year
saying about Poole. It was like 2 years ago. They go through your little warm ups before your walkthrough. They gonna talk about Steph in depth. They gonna talk about what you got to do on Clay, his tendencies. They gonna give you a one liner about Poole. They gonna give you a one liner about Kuminga. Say now, no, they talking about Jordan Poole in depth. They talk, hey, you getting the whole 5 minutes, Jordan Poole. You part of the rotation now. They want your tendencies, what you doing when you coming off. That mean Bane, Jaren Jackson, all of them dudes that just was surprising people last year. Not no more. They know how you coming off every pick. They know what you want like to do when you go left. They know everything about you now. So yeah, it's a little different.
All right. So then next round call, we got the Jazz versus 76ers. We've been eager to get back to this one. Like we say, the season just started for Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid was nowhere near the MVP. None of them 3 letters was close to him. Even if they take the M out his name, it ain't Joel Embiid, it's Joel Embiid. That's how far away from being the MVP he was. But you see that boy now?
There.
59.
You couldn't tell me.
Run off the stats.
59 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists.
And
Wait a minute,
7 blocks.
Yeah, put the 7 blocks in there with it.
7 blocks. That's Wilt Chamberlain kind of numbers.
The other night though, 42. Well, 42, 11 and 6 with 2 blocks, 2 steals.
Yeah.
Yeah, last 2 games. 101 points in the last 2 games. That boy been putting that ball in the hoop. That boy been rebounding everything.
I'm starting to see the process is back, bro. It's back working. I thought the process was over. But look,
there's 9 blocks in 2 games.
When you look at this, the Jazz, so it's Embiid, but it's also something else within that system. The Jazz had plus 11 boards, plus 7 3-pointers, and they still lost the game. Lost the game. Let's think about it. The Jazz was down 8 free throws. That makes a difference. The Jazz were down 10 blocks. The 76ers had 10 more blocks. The Jazz were down 9 steals.
Mm-hmm.
The Jazz had 5 more turnovers. So when you look at that, that's defense. So not only are we cracking offensively, we stopping you defensively.
But listen, let me just say this. The Jazz had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in double digits.
But they couldn't get over 20.
The Sixers had 2 people in double digits. One had 59, one had 18. The next highest person had 8.
Mm-hmm.
That monster in the middle put that team on the back.
That's what I'm saying. So you see, it wasn't just the offense.
7 blocks. Yeah. On defense, that monster in the middle. He hasn't looked like this year. Let's just say that. He was on the court early.
He didn't look like this in the playoffs last year.
He didn't look like this. Whatever happened in the last when he was sitting on the bench and Harden went out and whatever,
that's what happened.
In his ear,
that's what happened.
Got in your ear.
He trying to win back that player of the month from Steph this month.
He said, "Oh, y'all think he done?" He said, "Oh, y'all think he done?"
Like that, y'all not gonna get at the Steph this month. That's me.
Nah, Steph will still get in the West.
I think.
I'm saying
Steph got Luka to go against this month.
Nah, Luka already losing this one.
Nah, I'm talking about right now, like for the month of November. The way
that's what I'm saying. Luka losing this one right now.
Yeah, that ain't saying nothing about Luka.
No,
right now it's definitely Steph, but now Embiid saying, "Hold on now."
Nah, but Embiid gonna get it in the East.
I mean, who in the
West?
Who in the East? It had to be Giannis ain't playing
Jason
like this
Tatum.
right now.
Jason
Giannis
Tatum
ain't
just
been
gave
playing.
him. Jason Tatum
Giannis
just
ain't-
gave him.
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
gave
it'll
him
be Jason
43.
Tatum in the East.
Yeah, Tatum and
Just gave you
Embiid.
43.
Yeah,
Who you
But
taking
that's
player of the
because
month in the
that's
East?
because
I'm taking Jason Tatum. He done did it over more games.
Who you taking in the West?
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
Who you taking in the West?
He
Steph
said
Curry.
Steph Curry, just like me.
And who you taking in the East?
Me?
No, Teddy.
Right now, Embiid. Just off them 2 games.
I'm taking Jason Tatum.
Just
Jason
off
Tatum
them
been
2
doing it.
games.
He been doing it. All
Just-
right, so that right there, my guys, concludes our Roan Call and Told You segments. Let's go ahead and see what else Big Brother Teddy got for us this evening.
Let's talk about Russell Westbrook. Do y'all believe that this man can get 6th man of the year if he keep playing? Now, I'm going to say something. Based off of history, no.
Why?
Because the last 3 guys that got player 6th man of the year was on a winning team.
Okay.
The Lakers is not. I gave them at best 500. That's at best, and right now they don't like they're gonna hit 500. Can't be a losing team and get 6th man based off of the history. Who they gave it to? Tyler Hero, Jordan Clarkson, Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams. Like them, the last couple of guys that
I'm
been
gonna say
winning.
once you get before them, you get all the consecutive Lou Williams and
Lou
Jamal
Williams and Jamal
Crawfords.
Crawfords, but they've been on winning teams above
Yeah.
500. I've never seen in my adult life somebody win the 6th man on a below 500 team. So no, he can give you 20. He can give you triple double numbers coming off the bench. If his team not winning, I don't think they'll give it to him based off of history. So to answer the question, for me personally, no. Can't win it because they're not winning. They're below 500.
I'm saying
What you
if
got,
they get
Quill?
to 500 and they make the playoffs, you think you're gonna get it?
Yes, with those kind of
If they
numbers.
if they get the 7-8 seed, you think they'll get it?
Yeah, if they get into the playoffs, play in or no play in, he's doing what 28-8 or something like that. Yeah,
Man,
you got to win
they're
though.
2-10 right now. The Warriors 5-7, Timberwolves 6-8. So they got a hill to climb.
They're not gonna make it.
Last year, the 8 seed was the Pelicans at 36-46. But I think they want to play in. Timberwolves 7 seed, 46-36. 10 games above 500. Clippers was right there. But at 500 or 2 or 3 games above 500, they could be 8 seed. But the West don't look like it's letting up right now. I'm looking at the West, and it look like everybody in the West.
Based off the question, though, my brother, the last couple of guys that won it has been on.
But I think
championship caliber teams. The 6 man that won, the last couple of guys that won it.
Listen,
Tyler Hero,
the Jazz, Tyler Hero, the Heat when they came in, what is the Heat? They were number 1.
but I'm saying they're championship
He's saying they were winning
contenders.
teams.
They're
They
winning,
were on winning teams.
championship
But the Jazz,
contenders.
They were
they
still
were
a
like
winning team.
A winning team, but I think if they get the 7 seed, who 6 man is playing better than him?
But you got to listen to the question. The question
That's
is,
what I'm
if they
saying
have a
is-
losing season, can he still win 6 man? We're not
The
talking
question
about
was
if they got a
if they
winning
have a
season.
losing season.
Yeah.
Oh no, he can't get nobody can get it with a losing season.
Hey.
Well, to say if they 500, can he win just 6 man of the year on the Lakers? I believe he can if they 500.
I don't even know if he'll even stay 6 man.
Yeah, like no, I think they got to figure out a way to play. It's like taking the way that they play. It's like the Carmelo Anthony thing. You take the way that you play and you put you on a team that play the same way and you tell them to do something different. LeBron would not be LeBron if you told him to stand in the corner and shoot threes either. As good as LeBron is, telling him to adjust the way that he plays basketball and has played basketball all his life, he's had the ball in his hand, and you tell him to take the ball out of his hand and go stand in the corner and shoot threes and be a role player, his numbers wouldn't look the same either. So we all judge Westbrook because we're telling him to be a jump shooter. LeBron ain't the best jump shooter, and he's shooting damn 10 threes a game, and his 3 ain't got better. He just shooting more. So it ain't like he a great shooter. If you adjusted his game and told him to go do something different, we would be criticizing him like they did like they did Melo, like they doing Westbrook right now, because you're telling them to play something different. And I played this way for 37, 33 years of my life. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing this way. I played this MVP way. I played this way. I played this Melo. I played this way. So you're telling me to do something different. LeBron numbers look different too. It's just that he's LeBron. He's gonna have the ball in his hand. You're not taking the ball out of his hand. You're gonna take the ball out of Westbrook's hand. So I think
They thought it was going to work in their front office.
they gotta have him on the second unit so that he can be who he most naturally is, and that's ball in your hands. The only way it's gonna work. So he needs to be on the second unit so he don't have to conflict with just when LeBron got the ball, I gotta go stand in the corner and shoot. That ain't never.
I really want to know what they was thinking when they brought that together. Like, what was the head office thinking when they bought that? Because we know this.
Listen, they seen Wade not be able to shoot a goddamn three, and they worked for LeBron.
You talking about when they brought in Westbrook?
Yeah, they seen Wade. They seen Wade wasn't no shooter; he was a scorer. So they thought, okay,
yeah, but it ain't even.
Wade, LeBron was different then.
It's not that simple though, because even on that team, he was still surrounded by shooters. On the Lakers, they gave up all the shooters. They gave
That's Rob Pelinka, bro.
So what I think they looked at Westbrook and saw durability. Because remember, prior to that Pat Bev injury, and I can't remember, did he get his face broken before or after that? I can't remember, but pretty much Westbrook played years and years and years before he ever missed a game. Like, he was Mr. Durable. So I think they said Westbrook plays a similar game to LeBron. You know what I'm saying? He's durable, high energy, playmaker. He drives, he can finish, all that stuff, right? That's what they looked at. And they said, this would allow us to preserve LeBron. So that's why you think last year, early in the season, LeBron James was sitting back on them games. A little ankle tweak. He was comfortable sitting back because they had Westbrook to fill those shoes. And then it imploded. And then it exploded. And then it was just disastrous. So I think that's what they were thinking. How can we preserve LeBron without running him to the ground? Because we know he would like to have his son here. He would like to play with his son. So we can keep him happy, keep him in the game long enough to make that happen. Then 9 times out of 10, he'll stay a Laker. I think that's what they were looking at.
Listen, the Los Angeles Lakers have to realize they have always been bigger than LeBron James. LeBron James is 37, 38 years old, and you have changed the Los Angeles Lakers. Magic, Kareem, Wilt, these Kobe, Shaq. It has always been bigger than LeBron James, and you've changed your whole franchise for LeBron James when y'all were built on stature. He gonna retire in like 3-4 years. Y'all ain't got no picks. Anthony Davis can't stay healthy. Y'all young players don't look promising. Y'all not gonna have a high draft pick. Y'all have changed the entire franchise, Los Angeles Lakers, for one nigga. That's
one
crazy. Man. For one dude. And AD, y'all trust that AD he got y'all one chip, and that's it. That one bubble year, y'all did all of this for 1 year, and y'all gonna be bad for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all still sold out every night. Every night.
Well, let me hop into the next topic real quick. Talk about Kawhi Leonard and him being in street clothes more than uniform.
Hey.
What y'all think that's gonna do for the Clippers? Because y'all was saying the Clippers was gonna be real nice this year.
Ain't no y'all. Everybody was saying the Clippers. I mean, even if you look at them the way Paul George is playing at the beginning of the season, getting him player of the weeks, right? Or player of the week. And Kawhi Leonard was playing, and then you kind of, when he set out that first time when they kind of had something like a back-to-back or a back-to-back, you was like, okay, that's to be expected. And then you expect him to come back, and then what? So I'm just looking at it like, when I'm watching like Kenny and them talk on TV, Stephen A.K. Perk and them talking, they like, well, the Clippers, not saying all of them are saying it, but when I'm watching those, TV personalities speak in the conversations, whether it's them or whoever they talk about the Clippers being contenders. And I'm like, if there ain't no Kawhi, they can't even be contenders. Because even in one of those conversations, they was like, I don't even think they could be contenders because it's at the point to where them young guys like, I never know what you expect out of me because I don't know if Kawhi playing or not. Like, is he going to play? Is he not? Because what he does determines what I do. So all that uncertainty, I think that
it's a
punches
mental
a
thing?
hole in their that punches a hole in their little hot air balloon, and they gon'
Thinking something mentally going
they
on.
They got an AD on their team, but they not the Lakers, so it's not as blown up. Kawhi,
but they still winning games though. They still winning games though.
Kawhi, I'm talking about just how healthy they are.
Yeah.
Kawhi and AD.
Yeah.
One of them play for the Lakers. One of them play in the same damn locker room, same city, and it's just not as blown up. AD.
Well, I think the big difference
Kawhi been hurt since San Antonio.
Right.
He played one season just like AD. One good season with the Lakers, one good season in Toronto. Both of these niggas been sitting out. They've been chilling.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say. I think
part-time, he worked 32 hours a week.
You've only heard Kawhi Leonard say 3 words. Right. I think that's a big difference. Like
32 hours a week.
You gonna talk to a man that don't talk? You gonna talk about a man that don't talk? Like.
And because I feel like he has had this happen, they've been doing this for so many years with Kawhi, we've accepted it. Like, because you feel like in Toronto, even though he played a full season in Toronto, he was still on low management in Toronto. Yeah. So everything has always been Kawhi's way. So it's like, oh, we accept Kawhi doing it. But it's like, why y'all niggas doing it?
So do you think they're contenders with the current situation? Okay, no.
Nah.
Unanimous. Get him out of here.
Part-time players.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
First part-time player in the NBA.
The West is just too stacked.
Yeah.
There's too many good teams.
Like you're going to have to be consistent. But at the same time, we do got to keep in mind it was his ACL.
Yeah.
That's the other thing we gotta keep in mind. So it was his ACL. And the reason a lot of people lose sight of that is because Kawhi is so quiet, doesn't talk much, but he keep a lot of stuff in-house. Because how long, like, remember when he went out, it was during the playoffs. They were doing great in the playoffs, and then he wasn't there. He wasn't even on the sideline during the game. He wasn't, he didn't travel with the team. Then when he came back, you seen him all the way up in the VIP suites. And everybody's like, you know how that looks? Your team in the playoffs, and you're not sitting with your team. And they never like provided information on what his injury was. So unless you stayed like loyal to that situation and kept following up and reading, you don't even know he ruptured his ACL. Yeah. That's why he went out. So
yeah, if he don't play, and you see how the guys when he first got there felt when he. See how Lou, Montrez, and Pat Bev felt when him and superstars got there. So,
well, we got a little time. We got a little time to talk about some teams that have been disappointing so far this season.
The Knicks, but it's crazy because they like that every year. But you thought, this would be the year, right? The Knicks.
I didn't give them. I mean, I thought they was gonna be. You could say that.
You thought they'd be better than what they are.
Yeah,
a little bit better. Especially seeing them last year, they added. They didn't really lose much. They added.
Yeah, I say the Knicks and on that side, and then the Timberwolves.
Oh yeah, the
Timberwolves on this side. They got too many.
I can't really throw the Timberwolves too hard into that conversation because you got to let them mesh. They got to come together and figure it out.
Yeah, they do, but you still got all the superstars on the team. I mean,
that's one piece.
He the main. He a big piece.
Right, but you got to think about all the personnel the Timberwolves had to give up. Think of everybody the Timberwolves had to give up to get him. That's the big difference. They gave away some pivotal pieces. Pat Bev, Vanderbilt, and not to, there's others that, probably ain't coming to mind right now, but those are some pivotal pieces on that team. And then it changes the identity where it pushes Cat up. And now you got Rudy Gobert, and now they probably get to see what KD was alluding to all those years. Man, we thought you played defense, Gobert. And remember what we talked about in one of them early preseason episodes where we talked about now Cat gonna have to play defense on the perimeter. Now you're gonna have two people that can't play defense on the perimeter out there, and that's what you get to see.
Still, it's still disappointing because on paper you be okay, they'll be decent. It is. Another team up until a week ago was the Nets. It's kind of disappointing.
That's what I expected from the Nets. They did the same thing
last year. On the Timberwolves, I will say, as I'm looking at their schedule, they have one game where it's like, y'all shouldn't have lost that game. And that was against the Spurs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not really putting the Timberwolves. They
lost against the Suns twice. They lost against or the Knicks. They lost by 3 to the Knicks at home. That's not a good one. They beat everybody they posed. They lost to the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
They beat the Cavs the other night, but other than that, they didn't beat who they posed to beat.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm really gonna throw them in there. But if we really gonna throw somebody in there, the Lakers.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been like that for the last couple of seasons.
That's true. However, I thought by them adding other big men like Thomas Bryant, who was decent on the Wizards before he got hurt, but now he hurt again. So
you need to add a center, not another power forward. Yeah. You need to take AD and put him in his desired role. The only time it's ever worked,
even added Pat Bev
is when he had DeMarcus Cousins over there, and he got to be power forward in the Pelicans. And when they brought in JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, and they allowed him to just move over there. The only time he's been not hurt.
So real quick,
when he ain't got a bag.
2-minute drill. So we on the topic of the Lakers. Right? We talked about disappointing teams. I mentioned the Lakers. We on the Lakers. Real quick, why do you think it's not meshing? Why do you think it's not coming together? Give me, you got 30 seconds, Quill. Get it.
Too much bad shooting from not good shooters. Too many 3-point shots from Pat Bev, LeBron James, and a bunch of people that aren't good shooters. You got no good shooters, but the people that are good aren't even the ones taking the 3-point shoot shots. So you got not gonna win a lot of games like that. Don't make sense. You got Westbrook, Pat Bev, LeBron, 18 threes from these 3 niggas. Nope, not gonna win games like that. So
too much locker room. What you got, Teddy? Too much locker room drama, in my opinion. It's just too many heads bumping, too many unhappy characters on the team. It's not meshing. They're not playing ball like how they're supposed to as a team. It's just tragic. Then you got 2 dominant ball handing people that just ain't dominating nothing for real. Sad. Womp, womp, womp.
So I think it's a lot of individual achievements. LeBron James been having good games. AD been having good games. Westbrook coming off the bench having good games. But as far as the team aspect, they're without. They're not a team. They're not a unified unit. That's why they're losing. All right. So I appreciate y'all time and knowledge and wisdom to this. That's all for this episode. All great things got to come to an end, but I hope y'all enjoyed the facts, opinions, and BS with your boys Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuell. And this is us from the top of the key. Make sure y'all get on that episode 7. Get that shmoney. Get that shmoney.
They playing good tonight.
Ready? Hope you patch shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it back. These just my confession. Stay in traffic, can't get picked off like no sitting duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak